limited quantity on this. We've just taken $20 off the price. It is a huge customer pick. You can get it at home for only $33.30. Holy smoke, look at this. It's just falling apart.
I can barely take this whole thing out, okay? This is an entire pork roast. I'm gonna have to use a spoon. Now, this pork roast has just water. You can do a stock of some sort, but look at this. I'm showing you the capacity. I'm not going to grab this whole thing out, but you get the idea here, okay?
Wow.
This is an entire pork roast. Look at how tender that is. I'm going to just take little pieces.
So you can just shred it.
But let me tell you what you're going to do with this. You're going to take your homemade bread that you got from the bread maker that's coming up.
Yeah.
And you're going to take your pork roast and you're going to add your wonderful barbecue sauce or what have you. And if you just look at this, it's going to shred apart. You're going to add your own barbecue sauce and make the best pulled pork sandwiches that you've ever had just because you throw it in the pressure cooker. This is the easiest thing to do. Now let me tell you something else. This is not just your pressure cooker. This is your slow cooker. You can use your rack that we're giving you and steam your seafood or your vegetables or whatever you want. But in addition to that, if you want to make homemade stew, what do you do with stew meat? First, you want to brown it, right? You put a little flour on it, you add the butter or the oil or whatever. And because you can cook directly in this cookwell, you come up front here. Now, I can't see it unless they show it at the close shot here. But you go ahead and put it on your brown function right here.
So you can actually leave it open and brown.
And brown. So I'm going to brown my stew meat.
That is awesome.
And then I'm going to add my vegetables and things along those lines. And here's the best part. Once you have cooked this, and you put it under pressure, you have, you know, in just 20 minutes, you have stew that tastes like it's been cooking all day long with the pressure cooker, right? But then it's going to stay warm for an hour. So if you're not ready to eat it right away, or you've got guests that pop in, you weren't expecting
But it won't keep cooking it, so it stops. Well, here's the thing. I know with everybody online, I have about 100 of them remaining, so you can still order it, but this will not be back on the air. Again, this is the only airing that we have scheduled of this, and right now only about 100 remaining. We've taken $20 off, and it is a 4.9 star customer pick. Huge customer pick, and look at this with her doing the salmon in there.
6 minutes.
Unbelievable. 6 minutes.
Enjoy.
I'm going to welcome Stacey Phillips right back on out here on Into the Show because I want you to see what this can do. And she was telling me about this. She goes, Kathy, I'm telling you, I use this every single day. She said, for so many different things. We think about our steamed veggies because it locks in, the nutrients and everything else. Shh, don't look. That's a surprise. We'll show you that later. $22.90, but you actually get 2 of the bowls, so you can double layer and cook 2 different things at the same time. Or even if you want to just continue to keep something warm, you can do that as well.
You know, it's one of those things, a steamer, right? You go, okay, it's a steamer. I can steam in my microwave, I can steam in my stove. Why do I need a steamer? Here's why you need a steamer. You are going to get the best tasting food out of our steamer because you're not boiling away the minerals and the nutrients and the flavor. Go figure. I've been, you know, before I had this, I just used my microwave, right? Threw a little water in there. I thought it was really quick.
Right.
Then I tried my broccoli in my steamer. I am not kidding. You won't go back. The flavor, it's so intense, it's crisp. It's like, oh yeah, this is what it tastes like. You will love the steamer. I've had people chase me down in the hallway and say, oh my gosh, I never knew that a steamer could do so much for me. Yeah. I'm going to tell on her, Julie does not cook. Tressler, who represents Hoover here, she says, oh my gosh, I'm cooking. My husband loves it.
She said her husband's the cook, right?
He's the cook, but she's now cooking with the steamer. So let me show you what you get here, okay? This is why it's so great. You get your base right here that also has a little cheat sheet. So it tells you how long you're going to do things. If you're doing fish or chicken or vegetables or eggs, you can do hard-boiled eggs in no time flat, okay? So that's on your base. You add a little bit of water, you plug it in, and then you have your steamer baskets here that you can use, okay? So if you just want to use one, that's fine. You just put the lid on it, and you can use one.
Okay.
If you want to do 2, you put the expander ring in, and then you add the second one right on top. Now the item that's going to take longer, obviously you put that in the base. Okay. And that's how it works. In addition to that, we also give you a little rice bowl. So if you want to do oatmeal, you want to do whatever, you can put a cracked egg and do your eggs in here, and you can just place that on top and that's how easy it is. So let's go ahead and build a meal so you can see how easy it is to make this beautiful, healthy shrimp dish tonight for dinner, okay? So I already put my water in the base. Now, I know my shrimp's going to take a little bit longer, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my shrimp in here.
All right.
just your frozen shrimp, your fresh shrimp, whatever you have. You know, we're not going to be picky. Then we're going to go ahead and add our peppers and our snap peas all together.
All right.
I should have done this the other way because I want to do rice and it's going to take a little bit longer. Okay, so I know my rice is going to take a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one here.
There you go. Flip flop.
Okay, building dinner. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to add a little bit of rice, cup of rice with the traditional 2 cups of water. Just put that in there because that's going to take a little bit longer.
All right.
It comes with a recipe book, so you don't have to guess about how long it's all going to take. Then you put that in the base, put this on the top. You're not going to add this right away.
Do you want these seasonings for anything?
No, you can throw it on there. It's more for decoration. You get the
Okay.
idea. Okay, here you go. Put it here. Okay, so
That's a great. That is a busy mom who works full time also
absolutely.
answer right there.
You know, I don't
That's just what
garnish
make it look
much
pretty.
at home.
Right.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is dinner. I built
How long
this.
does that take to
I
cut?
set the rice is going to take about 45 minutes here.
Okay.
Then you're going to add this on top, which is really going to take just, you know, when the shrimp's ready, it's going to take about, what, 8 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there. So by the time this is all done, then you have this beautiful, healthy meal in no time flat, and you've done nothing
Unreal.
but put it in the steamer. Now let's just say, you know, and look at how much, by the way, when we've got a lot of stuff in here. This
What if I
holds the
walk away
capacity
from
of
it and kind of forget about it?
Big deal.
You know, life happens.
Life
kids fall down.
happens. Don't worry
scrape
about
knees,
it.
things like that.
It's in here. You don't have to worry about it. You set it and walk away. There you go. It's just that easy. Now, let's just say you're having some friends over and you want to do some dim sum or just any type of appetizer. This is
Or
really
they're
great. You know, do
leftovers.
I'm going to make this for you so
Okay.
that you can eat them because they're really, really good.
Okay.
Leftovers, that's a great idea for leftovers. But you can do your little pot stickers or whatever you want. Just throw them in here. And before you know it, here's what I do. Whether it's broccoli, I really do use this every night, primarily for me with the vegetables. I throw my broccoli in here, I throw my corn on the cob, I throw whatever I want, whatever type of fresh vegetable I want, and in no time flat, by the time I set it, I walk away, I'm maybe grilling some chicken out back, or I'm doing whatever I want to do for dinner, make a salad, it's ready. It's just one of those things that you don't even have to worry about, and that's what I like. Like you said, I'm a mom of 2 children, and one of them is 2 years old, so you know that my focus cannot be too much on what I'm cooking.
Well, I'm a slow cooker girl. I love using slow cookers. I love using pressure cookers when I forget about it the last minute, or
Right.
if my slow cooker's cooking slower than I thought and I have to end up throwing something in
Too
there,
slow?
and then the slow cooker becomes the meal the next night. It happened to me this week with beef stew. But I will make all of the foods and then all of a sudden go, oh, darn. I forgot to think about a vegetable.
That's right.
So what do we do with our vegetables, right? You grab them, you stick them in the microwave. Or you get the pot out and you put it on the stove.
Yep.
And you gotta wait for it to heat up and all the other things. This is a fantastic way to be able to cook. Now you actually did chicken
Right.
in the base of this.
Which is a no-no. I mean, we all know you don't do chicken in a microwave, right?
Right.
You-
Oh, yeah. Oh, it tastes like
because,
rubber.
Yeah, it tastes like rubber, and it's not very appealing. I want to show you this chicken. I kid you not, this will be the most tender chicken. You see,
Look at this.
I didn't grab a knife, right? I grabbed my fork. Look at that. This is the most tender, and that is a thick chicken breast. You see how thick that
Uh-huh.
is? This is it. This is how I'm cutting my nice
Oh my gosh. It's
steamed
almost like shredding.
chicken. And what's nice about this, Kathy, do you want to try it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what's nice about this is it's
Mm-hmm.
moist, and I'm not frying it. I'm not adding anything else to it except my
fats?
favorite. No fats,
Right.
nothing. I'm using water to cook it. So isn't that surprisingly good? At first, I thought chicken steaming, not so sure. Then I did it, and I thought, oh my gosh, there's so much flavor, and you put your favorite spices on it. The kids love it. If you want to eliminate the spices, just put a little bit of salt and pepper, real mild. Then it's the
How long did that
best
take to do?
chicken salad, about 20 minutes.
I was going to say, now, about
Best chicken
20
salad.
minutes, and by the way, you don't have to heat up the oven. This is just, you
Right.
plug it in, you take it right in there. Look at these gorgeous vegetables and cooked at the same time. About 20 minutes, and those were big, fat chicken breasts that were cooked inside of there. And when
These
I tell
take
you,
less. These, the vegetables take
if
just a fraction
you
of the time.
love to have great chicken, or if you do a lot of protein and a lot of chicken, this is chicken, and you talk about that guilt-free chicken, fantastic way to do it. But now, you just showed the mussels over there. Lobster, steamed lobster.
So good.
Oh,
so
it is
good.
absolutely out of this world. Steamed
that.
shrimp. You can also take and you can cook this, and you can do that inside of there as well. Look at how beautiful that steamed lobster is, and even if you like it grilled, that's okay. Steam it in here, throw it on the grill just for a quick searing, because a lot of times on the grill, unless you're really good at a grill,
You overcook it.
yeah, and you don't want to do that to lobster.
That's so true.
Because then it gets tough and
It does
chewy.
steam perfectly. And you know what better way to add, make sure your foods are nice and moist by cooking with water and steam, because you're really locking in the moisture that's already in food.
So good.
You're going to have tender chicken every single time. You can do all sorts of things. If you want to do the shredded pork, you could go ahead and put pork in here. You're going to add barbecue sauce anyway, so you want it to be really tender. Then, because it doesn't look that pretty, right? So, but that's why another reason you want to add the spices, because we eat with our eyes too, right? So if you do the pork, go ahead and put the pork in here, add your barbecue sauce, put it on a hamburger bun, and you are ready to
How about
go.
those marinades instead of in the bottom? You know, the marinades. I'm not talking about the really thick ones. I'm talking about the ones that are almost like water, like the mojo marinades, the Baja marinades, things like that. The tequila lime, the mojito
But give
lime.
it the,
Put that down in the bottom and let
you don't
that
want to do that
steam.
actually.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
You want to do the water. In
Okay,
the
you
very
wanna do the water.
base,
Okay, I'm glad
only
she said
use
that then.
water in the base. However, if you want to go ahead and marinate
Marinate
it
'em
before
and then put it in?
and then put it on
Okay.
top,
Good.
absolutely
See,
you can
thank
do
you for
that.
clarifying that.
So again, you can use just one. If you've just got your potatoes and you want to steam your potatoes, take the expander ring and put the lid on top, okay? But if you want to use both of them, then you go ahead and put this on top. Now, I want to show you again, I made a complete meal. Take my expander ring out. I mean, is this ridiculously easy and healthy?
And look at the price too, by the way. $3 off. It's at an HSN price drop or a price break that we're making available for everybody. When we do a price break, that doesn't mean that it's continually going to stay that way. It is $3 off for this visit, and we'd love for you to be able to get yours, because all you have to do, remember, this is all done in one pan.
That's right.
So what we just made here, that beautiful salmon, the rice, your potatoes, that's all done just in one pan. So think about the amount of time that that's going to save you. There's no cleanup, there's nothing else. And the chicken breast,
That's right.
I just said no way.
It's so
Fantastic.
easy.
Did you see my fork kept going back?
It's perfect. Let me tell you something else I do, okay? I had all of my vegetables in here. I use this as my colander. I put my broccoli in here. I go to the sink. I rinse it out, clean it, make sure my bowl's rinsed, go back, drop it right on my steamer, put the lid on it. I'm ready to go.
All
There's
right.
dinner.
You're back tonight at 5?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Nice
we are
seeing
going to
you.
be checking in with Allegra Buffington in our next hour. We've got a full hour of Highgate Manor beautiful bedding for your home.